Hello, friends. Today we are going to see the last exercise from the second chapter, that is algebraic expression. Now, this exercise is very important because the properties which we are going to study here, that we are going to use forever. Okay. So, before solving the problems, let's understand the properties which we are going to use it over here. So, whenever we have a three numbers, that is A multiplied with the B plus C. Okay, whenever we have A multiplied with in the bracket B plus C, then how do you solve it? So first this A goes to B, so A times B, okay, plus A times C. Is this clear? So this is the first property. Okay, this is called as the distributive property of multiplication. Now instead of plus, suppose if you have a minus, let's say A times B minus C, then we have the same way we are going to do it, that is A times B minus A times C. So whenever it is a plus, plus remain, whenever it is a minus, it is minus. Now on the other hand, what happens is it is the same property, but suppose if they have given you already, let's say they have given you A times B plus A times C, they have already given you, then what happens? In other words, we can take this A common. So this A we can write it once and we can write it as B plus C. Are you getting it? So here we are using the same property but in the reverse direction. Alright. Now instead of plus, suppose if you have a minus. Okay, I'm not rewriting it. Instead of plus, suppose if you have a minus, then minus will come this side. Alright. So let's say you have A times B minus A times C. So what will happen over here is A is the common term in both. Okay, if you want, you can put multiplication sign over here. If you don't put, still it is a multiplied only. Then it is going to be B minus C. I hope you understood this 4 expression. Yeah. Now the fifth one is instead of A over here, in the sum expression you may have like this, B times A plus C times A. Again, it follows the same. A is multiplied here, whether you write this side or that side doesn't make any difference. So B plus C times A. So you see here, property number 3 what I have written and the 5 are the same. Okay, but many students get confused. That's why I have written it 2 times. I hope you got this properties, whatever I have written. Okay, then we'll start solving it. So the first example also they have given you. So what happens? See here, 3 times 6 and then plus 3 times 7. Same thing over here. This 4 goes here, 4 times 8 and then plus 4 times 3. Now let's start solving the next C onwards. So what happens over here? Same way. So 3 times 5. What sign will come over here? Plus is there. So plus will come. And then you have 3 times 8. Yes. Now you see here, 4 is given here. So 4 goes here. So 4 times like 9. Yeah. So they have written 9 times 4. It is the same thing. So 9 times 4. Then plus sign. Then what happens? 2 times 4. Now over here, they have not given you any number here, right? 3 times. This number is not given over here. Now you can take a number of your choice. Will take whatever number you take, that will retain the property. Let's say I take a number 5 here. So what will happen over here? 3 times 5 plus 3 times 4. Yes. Now in the next example, here also they have not given you the number, but this side the number is given. You observe. So this 4 times whatever number, right? So 13 is given. So here we'll get 13. So 4 times 13 plus is as it is. Then what will happen here? 4 times 6, or you can write it as 6 times 4. So this question you have to really check and then go ahead. Okay. Now in the next question what happens? 3 times 5 plus 3 times 2. Now which term is common? 3 is common here. So they have written it here. So in the bracket what will come? What is remaining? 5 and this plus as it is and then 2. Once you write it, you can always cross check. So 3 times 5 plus 3 times 2. Okay. Now, look at the next question, h. Now, here observe which term is common here in both the expressions. See, this is the first and this is the second expression, right? In the last class, we have seen what do you mean by expression. So, in this two expression, which term is common? 4 is common. Same. So, 4 we write it once here, and you have here 2 plus 3. So, you can write 2 plus 3. All right. Now look at the next one. Yeah, this is the same property. So 5 times 9 minus come as it is. Then you have 5 times 2. Look at the next one. Yes, 5 times 7 minus as it is. And then you have 2 times 7. Same thing in the next term. 5 times 8. Which sign is here? Minus. Then you have a 5 times 3. Again you have 8 times 7 minus, then you have 3 times 7. I hope you have got it. So whatever we have done over here, that all depends on this 5 properties which I have written. Actually, there are not 5 properties. I have expanded and I have written there are only one property. This is distribution properties of multiplication. Okay, but you have a different form of it. I hope you have understood. If you have any query, you let me know. Thank you.